All right, I'm finally getting around to doing this review. It's been a little bit of time in the making. Today we're going to take a look at the Meepo Cyclone 165s racing wheel set. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and yeah, it's been a little while. As a matter of fact, it's been over a month, maybe closer to 2 months since Meepo sent these wheels to me for review. I live in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, which is already known for a lot of wind. That's why the Wright brothers came here to do their first flight tests. And we have had an unusually windy and cold winter here on the Outer Banks. I mean, we're talking 20 to 25 mile an hour headwinds. Add on top of that a feels like temperature of 20, 25 degrees. It gets cold out there. So yeah, I have been getting out any chance that I can. We've had a couple of warm days here and there, and I've got this new DIY board that if you haven't seen that video yet, got to check that out. It's popping up right here. Love, love, love this board. All the components on this board were chosen specifically by me because of my needs. And these Meepo racing wheels came in at just the right time. I knew these were going to be the wheels for this board, and I absolutely love it. So again, it's the Meepo Cyclone 165s racing wheel set. From their website, it says, Meepo's new Cyclone 165s wheels are the next step in upgrading your Hurricane to match its full potential. Of course, they have an asterisk there for Hurricane. They're saying boards from other brands or those that are custom built might also be compatible with the Cyclone 165s. I'll just tell you this, if you have a belt-driven board and it can use AT wheels, it's likely these will work for it. It says stepped 10mm to 8mm axles are compatible without the need to swap bearings. Other truck axles might be compatible if you swap the bearings. With both inner and outer bearings on the same block, the Cyclone 165s has the most phenomenal stability amongst every existing pneumatic wheel created for electric skateboards. Well, that's a bold statement. I don't know about every one of them because I haven't tested every one of them, but I got to tell you that these are fantastic. The stability on these things, the fact that they could take on, you know, as far as urban situations, any kind of terrain. We're talking bumps, we're talking rocks, we're talking, you know, rubble on the road and that kind of stuff. They're not exactly AT tires, if you know what I mean. They don't have big knobbies on them and stuff like that. I probably wouldn't be taking this on a full off-road adventure, but if you've got some, you know, minimal stuff, a little bit of sand and maybe some gravel or something, you'll be able to do it. The treads that are on these feel like they're designed more for racing, like for street and stuff like that. Features meticulously designed inner and outer tires working together to provide an astonishing 65mm wide flat contact patch. So the profile on these is super flat when they're not inflated, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. You know, you got that big fat patch on there. When you inflate them though, which you only inflate these to, what was it again? 20 PSI, so it's not a whole lot and they're not like hard tires, but when you inflate them, you do get a little bit of an arch on the wheel itself, as you can see in this picture right here. It'd be super cool if you can keep that profile as flat as that when they're fully inflated. But, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Plus, when you put some weight on them, they flatten out a little bit. And it says if you're looking for even more comfortable riding experience with your Hurricane board or to perform extreme racing maneuvers, this is the perfect wheel for you. You know, if you're going out to Las Vegas for eSkateCon, which I'll be doing in April, and you were racing, these would probably, in my experience, these would be a good wheel for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be racing out there, but we'll see. So again, the suggested tire pressure 20 PSI. The tire diameter is 165 by 65 millimeters. The rim diameter is 106 by 62 millimeters. And you get 465 millimeter wheels, 340 millimeter by 15 millimeter HTD 5 millimeter belt, 2 of those, and 2 60T pulleys. And as you see in this picture right here, it comes fully assembled. You don't have to assemble it or anything like that. I haven't swapped the wheels off of these rims, but I've heard that it's super easy to do, so that's also really good. And then down here at the bottom it says upgrade, USA the same rims as the tubeless tires, and I guess that would be the difference between this one right here and the actual one that you'll get if you're in the USA. When I first got the DIY finished and put those wheels on there, I was like, well, you know, I'll probably swap out wheels and try different wheels on this board, but once I put those on there, I was like, these are staying on here. I really, really like the way they feel. They feel very secure. They're very, very grippy, and I like that. And aside from taking it on a full off-road adventure, these things take anything that I'll throw at it. Rocks, sticks, gaps in the road, rough asphalt, anything like that, no problem. I think the longest ride that I've done on this board with these wheels on here was a 20-mile ride, and I just kept going because I was like, this is so awesome, man. You know, of course the board has great range, so I'm killing it on that, but man, it was like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. In my opinion, these wheels are very stable at high speeds, and it gives me a lot of confidence. I feel safe when riding on these things, so that is awesome. And if I'm able to carve at 25 to 27 miles per hour and not feel like the wheels are going to break and me slip out, that's, oh man, that's freedom. Now these wheels those are a little bit on the heavy side at 7.5 pounds. But they're really very similar in weight to just about every other of these CNC wheels that I've seen out there like them. And they look really great. They have 60T pulleys on them, fully assembled when you get it. And those work great for me, but it would be kind of cool if you can order them with different sizes like 66T or whatever. Maybe you could get the wheels and get a package that has 3 different pulleys that come with it. And these wheels, they give the board a high-end look. I mean, it is kind of a high-end board. I mean, this is a custom board, but it's one of the first things that people comment on when I roll up on that board. You know, I've got neighbors and I'll stop to talk to them and they're like, dude, that is really cool. Look at those wheels on that thing. So yeah, they are very attractive and make your board look like it's like high-end. So the Meepo Cyclone 165s racing wheel set is normally $269. It is $20 off right now. They have a sale and it's $249.99, which might sound like a lot, especially if you're new to electric skateboarding. But once you start looking, I mean, cloud wheels can cost you nearly that. So, I mean, this is a good deal. These are CNC hubs on these things, got nice tires on there. They are the tube version of it, but you might be able to get the tubeless tires and put them on there because I think these are the same rims as, you know, the tire itself as they have on their tubeless tires. I want to thank Meepo very much for sending these over here for review. You guys are awesome. And for me, I would definitely buy these wheels if something happened to them or I lost the board or something like that. I would buy them again. I'll put a link down in the description and I think I might have a coupon code somewhere. If I do, I'll put that down there for you as well. Keep in mind that over in China, it's time for the Spring Festival, or some call it Chinese New Year. They're off for pretty much the entire month of February. And that's national. The entire country pretty much goes on a holiday and a lot of them go home to their villages and things like that. It's time to spend time with your family and celebrate the new year, which means that unless it's in a USA warehouse, orders probably aren't being shipped out until I think it's February 20th, February 23rd when they all return. But if that's the case, when they do get back, they'll get those orders out to you. And that also stands for if you've got customer service issues with any Meepo product. Gotta say, they've really stepped up their game, and it's not just with their boards, but with the accessories like these wheels and things. So, and I'm really excited to see what they come up with next. I also know Kieran, the owner of Meepo, is going to be out at Eastgate Con in Las Vegas, so I'm looking forward to meeting him. So that's the Meepo Cyclone 165s racing wheel set, and I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to my channel, so if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel, and if you hit the notification bell, you will get notifications when I upload new videos. It's great that you're here watching, and if you subscribe, helps me to continue this channel. To that end, it is not inexpensive to run these channels. I do have a thank you button down there, so if you're so inclined to send a couple bucks my way, I'd really greatly appreciate it. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.